We have a guest on the phone with us, State Representative Charles Perry in Lubbock, Texas. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. How you guys up there?
Oh, everything's hanging in real well, and you're running for a Senate seat, and you've got a number of counties, including Wilwager, that joins us to the west. How many counties in this senatorial district?
Well, there's 51 total in the district, and I think that James Frank and I share about 3 of those. Drew Springer, which is a little further south, he comes over for 15 of them. So 18 of them, I have your guys that are currently represented by 2 good friends of mine. So it's good to get to work with those guys on this level for sure.
I found it interesting that you and your wife and son and daughter all are graduates of Texas Tech, Red Raiders.
We are a Red Raider household, and my son's currently a master's, so we continue down that road of helping pay the rent over there. But it's a great school.
You were raised in Sweetwater, and so you graduated, as I said, from Texas Tech, but you own and operate a certified public accountant's business in Lubbock now, correct?
Yes, sir. I have a CPA firm, have been practicing CPA work for the last 30 years since we got out of Tech in 84, and have my own practice now since about 2000. But get to deal with a lot of different folks on a lot of different levels for many business interests and just individuals.
As Vice Chair of the House Committee on Government Efficiency, you're pretty well known as a conservative.
Pretty much a fiscal hawk, I'm told. I just thought it was the right thing to do. I didn't know I'd earn that label, but, we're going to spend some money at the state government. Let's make sure that it's getting the desired outcomes we saw. So I just try to make sure that what we're spending is helping.
And this job came open how?
Senator Duncan, been there for over 20 years and did a stellar job at so many levels. Most people will never appreciate probably just how much he sacrificed personally to get a lot of good things done for the state. He vacated that to take the chancellor's seat at Tech, Kent Hance. Vacated that on June 29th, I think, maybe July 1st. And Senator Duncan was fortunate enough to get that position, as deserving as he is of it, and that's how that seat came up and vacated. I had looked at that opportunity. We'd kind of kicked it around that it might be a possibility, prayed a lot about it, and when it became available, it was clear to me that I believe I was the best candidate for the job.
All right. You are a deacon of your Baptist church there in Lubbock, aren't you?
I am, Southcrest Baptist Church. I'm fortunate to have a great church community that supports me and prays for me every day, and that's a large part of why you're able to do this. You couldn't do it without faith. We're
visiting on the phone now out of, I suppose, Lubbock, and that's Charles Perry. How many people are running for this election?
There's 6 people in it, and of all persuasions. We have a Libertarian, a Democrat, and then 4 other Republicans.
My stars, y'all could have a party just gathering in, couldn't you?
It is a good get-together when we have forums and debates for sure, but they're all good guys. They're all nice guys, and each of us bring a different skill set to the equation. I think the 2 House experience, 2 sessions in the House, is clearly what distinguishes us apart. It's hard enough to go down there to do it, much less to go down there and do it without knowing how any of it works and having those relationships and stuff. So that's kind of where I differentiate myself from the other guys in the pack.
What about the election? When is Election Day for this special call?
We are actually starting early voting today. We have started in Lubbock. Not all of the counties have early voting for 2 weeks, but in Lubbock and the bigger areas, early voting started today. The final vote count is September 9th. My sign guys went out at 4:30 this morning. I think he's probably at Paducah Childress by now. We've got folks all around the district putting out polling place signs, and it's 51 counties. Sounds like a real manageable deal, but on a 4-week time frame, it's been pretty stretched. I'm I'll be the only candidate to go of have every county touched physically and met people in each of the counties. I'm 4 counties shy of that. I'm going to finish those up Wednesday, so I'll have over 8,000 miles on my truck for the last 4 days, and 1 windshield, 2 birds, and a busted antenna. So we have made the district rounds, and we'll complete that this week. But it's been fun getting out to meet folks. It's truly so big that there are very unique concerns. And when you get farther south down to Menard and Junction, they've got different interests than what you have on the South Plains. Get over to Childress, they've got different issues too. So it's been a fairly challenging but a good awareness of just how big we are as a state, but how big this district is.
You bet. You've got Baylor and Wilbarger that both right here next to Wichita Falls. So this is a big, it's big. It's larger than some states, I'll bet, your senatorial district.
14 states, I'm told. It's bigger than 14 states. It's the largest district in the state, political division in the state. So it's massive. I think I saw in the paper yesterday. I hadn't ever saw it before. I think they said it's 48,000 square miles.
Today, early voting starts, and you're going to be on the trail hot and heavy for a couple of weeks then, aren't you still?
Yes, sir. We're still out there getting with people, trying to meet with people and let them know who we are. That's been a challenge. One is just to kind of get into those new counties. I'd served 7 of them and through 2 redistricting sessions, 2 different districts. I'd served almost 14 of those counties indirectly. And then you get into the new county. So just one, get the message out, get our message out. And 2, just an awareness there is an election going on. We'll be the only ones on the ballot across the state right now. I believe we're the only election that's happening. So that is a challenge in itself. It's an odd time, Friday night football out in West Texas, and Tech starting back, and people starting to dove hunt. It's all those life experiences that get in the way of an election right in the middle of August. So that's been a challenge, just to make sure everybody is understanding that there is one started up today.
You still are a state representative. You didn't have
Absolutely.
Okay, you didn't resign to run for this, but
well, I did resign the ballot seat. That's important, a distinguishing characteristic there. I didn't want to vacate a House seat till I'll vacate it the day I'm elected as senator, or until January 15th, so that this area didn't go without a representative. And we're still working in that capacity on a daily basis. We have constituent service to do. And since Senator Duncan's been gone in his seat, we've been catching some of those calls.
Sure.
We're still working as a representative for the region, but I did vacate the ballot position for November to guarantee that we would have a House of Representatives seat for District 83 field. I didn't want to run the risk of holding that thing over and then go beyond November and not have a House seat filled and a Senate seat. If it were to go into a runoff, we could literally have looked up in January of 2015 and didn't have either seat filled due to election cycles. So I wanted to make sure we did have at least the House seat nailed down come November, and I did vacate the ballot.
All right. Visiting with State Representative Charles Perry, who's in Lubbock, Texas today, and he's running for state senator, and it's coming up fast. Early voting starts today. Representative Perry, anything else you wanted to add our listeners might need to know?
No, I just tell you, I appreciate you guys letting me get our message out this morning. And, the main thing on this process, be informed and participate. I would love to have the vote. I'd love to be the next senator. I think I bring experience to the equation that I always tell people you can learn in the House, but the Senate shouldn't be a training ground. You need to go over there ready to work day one. There's only 31 of us doing 26 million people's work, and you don't have the luxury of a learning curve in the Senate, and coming over from the House with 2 sessions under my belt, that's mitigated substantially, and have the relationships. But the main thing is get informed. If you need information, you can go out to my website, electcharlesperry.com or charlesperryfortexas.com, either one. Read about me. You can go to the House website and see what my voting record is and who believes in me. I've been endorsed by the NRA, Farm Bureau, Texas Right to Life. So those 3 are the big ones that are kind of pertinent to my district's values. So if you don't know me, those ought to give you some comfort as to where I lie on the political spectrum. Again, it's the NRA, Farm Bureau, and Right to Life groups, as well as many other organizations, but those are 2 of the more well-known. But just get involved, get informed, and get involved. Our country needs, we were a government made up to govern ourselves. That's the way the Founding Fathers set it up, and that only works if we govern ourselves informed and regularly and engaged in that process. And we need that more than ever. This country needs people to get back into the process. So I encourage them to go vote, and vote today if possible, and get it out of the way so that there's no excuses for missing it down the road.